Really enjoy having the camera system. So anytime I back out of a parking spot, I have certainty that there's nothing directly around the vehicle, and then I can see behind, and of course looking both ways. It just gives me 100% certainty that I'm not running into anything or leaving anything behind. You know, sometimes you set something down next to the vehicle and then you have the intention of putting it back in the vehicle, and then you can see it on the camera like, oh, I forgot to put that back in there, you know. So yeah, that camera system comes in handy. And this vehicle is so easy to turn, and the turning radius is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Really good turning radius. So there's a few things I'll mention when we're driving that it's kind of weird, you know, like it's kind of I don't know if it's the hybrid system. It seems like it is the EV system, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll describe what I'm talking about when we're driving, because I have to. Maybe you can tell what's going on, and we'll keep an eye on this energy monitor as well, because it feels like it's chugging sometimes. Like you're at a constant speed, and it's just like, it feels like it's like surging a little bit, and it's like I don't know. It's kind of weird. I really like the blind spot cameras. So I was kind of saving that. I was going to show you before, but I wanted you to see it on the road. There's a camera on either side, so when you turn right or left, you can actually see what's next to you. It's sometimes handy when you're just turning like what I did, because you can see where the curb is, that kind of stuff. But it's mainly for blind spot viewing, basically. And then you press that button to turn on the lane keep assist system, which works fairly well. I wouldn't say it's excellent or anything, but it doesn't really fight with you too much and holds the lane. And that's seems to be a thing with Hyundai, is they, you know, if it has the feature, then it seems to work well. Even the automatic high beams, most of the Hyundais I've had haven't had any problem. I have had one Hyundai where the lane keep assist system was kind of screwed up, but I think it was just that one vehicle. So yeah, it feels like it's like a little bit of a surge when I have it set at the cruise control, and it just feels like it's trying to overcompensate sometimes, and so it feels a little weird when I'm just kind of cruising at a set speed. So we'll go ahead and go to 55 and set it there, and keep an eye on, because it seems like it only does it when it's in EV mode. Like when the engine's running, it doesn't seem like it does it, and then when it's in EV mode, it just, there's a little bit of a slight surge like that. Like you're just playing around with the gas pedal, you know, that kind of thing. But you see the lane keep assist system works well. Yeah, I feel it. And the engine is running. But yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just one of those little tiny incy-wincy things that I happened to notice when I was driving it, and just, you know, paying attention to the vehicle to understand its characteristics and stuff. Yeah, that lane keep assist system is working well. So this type of vehicle, it's not really made to go really fast. It's not really made for, you know, rapid 0 to 60 runs and all that stuff. The sport mode, I mean, really for normal driving, even if you really need to peg it and go really fast on a highway and pass, or merge in traffic and that kind of stuff, the smart mode seems to handle just about everything. So I don't see, for me anyway, the use for the sport mode. I can kind of get the eco mode if you really want to save on gas, but it doesn't, it's not like going to be a massive difference. It'll just be a subtle difference, which, could still help. But yeah, it's a pleasurable vehicle really to drive. It smooths out the bumps without being too floaty. The steering is solid. It just feels like a solid vehicle, relatively quiet. There's a tiny bit of noises, like maybe a little bit of wind noise, very, very little road noise. And the engine is fairly well subdued and quiet. So sometimes when it's just sitting still and then the engine starts, it's a little bit loud. But I think it's just like the first startup is like, boom. I think it's the exhaust or something. But other than that, when you're driving, you can't really tell. So you can hear the engine. It's not that bad. It's not like some of the Toyotas and Lexus where it's like just jarring loud. So yeah, this is a really good vehicle. Now, if you have to consider the price range and the fuel economy and all that stuff. It is like I'm getting a little bit over 31 fuel economy, and it's not really. I'm sure other people could get better, but on the roads that I drive and what I've been doing, mostly testing it and doing videos and stuff, so it's probably a little bit low, but for a hybrid system, small motor type vehicle, you'd think you get a little bit better. But it's definitely better than a lot of other vehicles that are, getting 17, 18. But for the hybrid system, it's just the hybrid part, It's like having all the additional complexity and the battery and all that stuff. You would think it would be quite a bit higher. And it might be, there might be some people that drive in certain scenarios, they get better fuel economy. So let me know what you think about this vehicle or Hyundai in general and the direction they're going. They seem like they're doing pretty good as far as, so this vehicle hasn't been, redone, but some of their other vehicles have been redone and they look really good. So we'll see about this one. This one has the, steering wheel, a little bit older steering wheel, and the systems is kind of like the one they've had for several years, and it's the new like Santa Fe and Kona and stuff, they have been updated, so we'll see if this one gets updated soon. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.